What's up, everybody? My name is Tatiana. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am a mother. I read a lot of books and I stay in a house. Okay. I want to start this vlog off because I am currently reading the one and only Sweet Heat by Bolu Babalola. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm listening to the audio through Spotify. And I'm loving it. I was fortunate enough to get the arc, excuse me, the arc of this through NetGalley back in the summer, but I wasn't feeling it. It just wasn't sitting with me the way that it should have. So I put it down, but now I picked it back up and I am so glad that I did because it's everything that the first book was, but better. So like Honey and Spice, I adored. I picked that up last year, right when I had got back into reading. I think I had just read This Could Be Us, and then I read Tia Williams, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, and that was my third book that I read last year. I read Honey and Spice, and it was literally everything that I ever wanted to read in a book. Like, it was amazing. But I am kind of like 50% of the way through this book, and I started it last night because my son's birthday, if you see the four, my son's birthday was yesterday. So like after his party and everything like settled down, I literally have been nonstop with the audio of this book. And so I'm just kind of like chilling today. I have to work in a little bit at my second job. Excuse me. My second job is taking up a lot of my time, and I don't really think it's for me. My second job, like, I don't need it. Like, my first job covers basically everything. This second job at Target, it's literally just for like my kids' play money is literally what I'm telling myself. But like, I told them I could work 20 hours, and I'm literally like, these are my reading hours, people. Like, just because I say 20 don't mean give me 20 hours a week, okay? I like my kids. I like being around my kids, okay? I do not want to be in Target for 5 hours every other day. Like, that's not for me. But anyway, I am going to continue listening to Sweet Heat, and I will let you know when I have an update. Also, I am reading S.A. Cosby, My Darkest Prayer. I'm only probably like 10% of the way through this book. It's kind of starting out like All the Sinners Bleed for me. All the Sinners Bleed, I had to like literally wait for it to pick up, and then I was like, okay, I like it. But once I started this, I put this one down because Malachi and Kiki, oh my god, I love them so much. Girl, stop being, I don't want to say picky, but like, I need to find out why they broke up. I'm 50% and I don't know why they broke up. And I need to know so I can figure out if y'all need to be together or not. But I just wanted to intro this vlog, and I'm going to continue to listen to the audio and kind of do a little bit around the house before I go to my second job.
Kai doesn't want to feel like he's being examined right now. I'm sorry for what you went through out there. I'd imagined Malachi living it up, enjoying the freedom from my shackles, but knowing he was in pain lacerates me in a way that I didn't expect. And I stopped myself from saying, I'm sorry I wasn't there, because it's nonsense. And yet it's the only thing that makes sense for me to say in this moment. I am sorry he was hurting. I am sorry I wasn't there for him. Instead, I reach my hand out underwater for his. His hand clasps around mine immediately. It feels like a secret. In this underground indoor pool, in this secret garden, underwater, we can hold hands and no one will know. We barely know. Malachi looks down at me, eyes glistening with gratitude before saying, "Tell me why you were upset today, Scotch, please." I want to tell him that he's forgotten the rules, but the pleasure at my nickname is so concentrated, so sweet, that I can't bring myself to. And besides, what are rules here? This place is like an airport. Time doesn't exist, so the past doesn't exist. I shake my head because I have a feeling that Malachi needs to get it out, and I'm here in the tactic capacity of friend. We're in it now. Malachi rolls out a hollow chuckle and nods, running a hand across the back of his head. Anyway, we start talking. She says she heard my accent and immediately knew what I was going through. Says she's been going through it too. Says she was lost too. This was just before she quit everything. We smoked a lot, drank a lot. The unspoken fucked a lot punches me in my gut, and I swallow the blunt pain. And yeah, it became this casual situation. We were both trying to forget, both coming from bad breakups, emotional shit, and we both didn't want to talk about it. We didn't really want to feel anything. We spoke about work a bit, and we felt like we got each other in that sense, but if I'm being honest, that was the main connection. Chasing numbness, not wanting to feel anything real. It wasn't necessarily emotional, but we had an understanding. We got what each other wanted at the time. It twists in my stomach. But I surprised myself by understanding clarity cutting through the petty jealousy. They were two single hurting people wanting to stop the hurt in a city where no one really knew them. I mean, on a regular day, it would be wild that I was hooking up with Tara Souza. But in the mental state I was in, everything felt like a hallucination anyway. And also, I kind of didn't see her like that, you know? Tara Souza, the artist we listened to. I guess because I met her in a different context, and Tara's great close up, but I also realized she's just human, normal, and going through what I was going through. So it was kind of like, why wouldn't this happen? It lasted about a month. There was a haze. It sort of fizzled out. We both knew that it was going to end. We checked in with each other once in a while, but we knew it wasn't like a thing. We stayed friends, just friends. I nod slowly, managing to keep my feelings in check, ignoring the acuteness of my relief. Malachi moves to stand next to me in the water. Let's be friends while secretly hating each other. Some fuck off house in the hills. Kind of like this actually. I'm tripping now. And I'm drinking too much and just getting frustrated. People are talking to me, right? But it's like they're talking to me because they like the idea of talking to Matthew's latest protege. And I'm exotic, you know, black but British. He laughs slightly. So they treat me like some sort of specimen, which makes no sense because so is Matthew. Yeah, but Matthew speaks like he's out of the neck after Christy novel, and he doesn't have your face. I don't say it as a compliment, as a fact. Malachi gives me a slip of a smile. Anyway, someone offers me some stuff. Some young white director dude. I say something like, "No, I'm not really about it." And they say something very, very fucking racist about what he knows I get up to, so that I can be myself and I don't need to pretend around him. Then, well, kind of lose it. Get up in his face. It's like I've been dying for a reason to lose my shit, and then this Quentin Tarantino wannabe motherfucker has given me the reason. His eyes flash with cold anger, and he straightened his right hand like a blade, jabbing his left hand with it to punctuate his words. I've been waiting for one. And Tara's been watching all this from where she's been standing in the corner. Had no idea she was there. She interrupts the fight and whispers to me, "I'm going to give you two choices. You can either stay and fuck up your career, or you can come with me and have a great rest of the evening." He pauses. There's this thread of nothing. So I follow her up to one of the rooms. I swallow and fight the tightening feeling in my stomach. I'm reeling from the revelation of Malachi's loneliness, of his anger, of what might have happened if Tara wasn't there. Malachi.
What up? It's the next day. I went to work at Target, and I got off. So I got a couple more cases to do for my day job, and then I'm gonna be listening to some more of this one audio, and then we're gonna go pick up Tiffany D. Jackson's new book, The Scammer. It released today, but my Barnes and Noble don't open until 11, so I got some time. It's only 10:48 right now, so I'm gonna do this case, listen to some more Sweet Heat, and get on it, you know. All right, so let me turn this audio on.
And the fact that I haven't told Amina that I had sex with Malachi,
Yeah.
including a very recent PPR session, and receiving flowers from my most recent exit of the eggs, it's actually possible that I might die of heat stroke. I cough and put down my coffee to sip from the large purple water bottle I'd to buy time, but it goes down the wrong pipe and I end up spluttering a little. Amina pats my back, and when I collect myself, unfazed by my near-death experience, he's still staring at me, awaiting an answer. I sigh. It's not a big deal. He texted me a few weeks ago and asked me how I was, and I told him. Obviously, this job and the shoot came up, that's all. He's just being friendly. We're, pals. Laughter falls out with Amina's words, as skepticism tugs a well-threaded brow upward. Pals! My dear, have you ever said that word earnestly in your life? Also, you can't be pals with your ex. Amina catches herself, eyes fluttering wider and flitting between mine and Malachi's instantly stiffened faces. I mean, you and Malachi can because it's been years, but you and Bakari? It's still fresh. I don't know, I think he wants back in, which isn't totally a bad thing, on the condition that the space has knocked some sense into him. Also, do you think he has a contact who would get me a discount at Eden? Alright, you know what? I'm just going to see exactly what he wants, I say, head spinning as I carefully place the roses on the table by me. We're turning over in 15 minutes. Malachi's voice is weirdly glacial as he gestures to the flowers. Also, we can't have these on set. I roll my eyes at the fascinating simplicity of the male ego as I pick them back up. Fine, I'll be back in 14 minutes. 12, please. We're gonna need touch-ups. Yeah, true, because of all the vigorous making out. No problem. Prep the makeup team. I beam at Malachi's gratifyingly irritated expression and head out of the restroom, swinging my hips at the sound of Amina's laughter. Kiki, you didn't pray. He'd been leaning against the wall of the restroom, scrolling on his phone before standing straight at my appearance, his gaze flicking across me with a smile. He looks good too, in his navy knit beanie, white tee, leather bomber jacket, and leather trousers? Bold. I immediately know that his assistant went to research the best seasonal transition clothes for this year. It suits him though. He carries it well, the look complementing his high cheekbones and lean frame. Kind of looks like a skinny Lenny Kravitz. If Lenny Kravitz said he didn't really denote any sensory pleasure from music, but enjoys it as a technically enjoyable experience. Thanks, Bakari. You're looking well too. I dip my chin down with the roses in my arms. And thanks for these, they're beautiful. It's true that Bakari and I hadn't spoken since the night of the engagement party, but when he reached out to me a couple of weeks ago, I thought it would be weird to ignore him. There wasn't any bad blood. There wasn't good blood. We were bloodless. Like a dead thing. It was polite, friendly, which is why the 8 dozen roses have thrown me for a loop. Especially because Amina and Malachi are right. I fucking hate red roses. I think they're unoriginal and they think they're the bad bitch of the botanical world when really, have you seen a deep purple ranunculus bloom? Fluffier, delicate, regal. Malachi always got me a bouquet of them on my birthday. A thought that has no business being in my mind right now when Bakari's smile is charmingly crooked. Well, he says, I wanted to wish you luck with today. They're the best in the city and that's what you deserve.
Don't ask me why I got this hat on, okay? Okay, anyway, I am back and I finally finished Sweet Heat. Oh my God. I actually think Sweet Heat finished me, but like, I'm here for it. This is probably one of my favorite series that I have read. Let me see. Yeah, I think so. I'm looking at my bookshelf trying to fit. This is my favorite. Oh my gosh, 5 stars. 5 stars, 5 stars. I'm so happy I picked this back up because I mentioned earlier that I had got the early copy on through NetGalley and I never finished it. But I think I just needed the audio to help me get through it because a lot of the terminology and just the terminology I wasn't familiar with because I think it's like Nigerian or like something like that. And I'm just not used to it and it wasn't making sense to me. But I went back, got the audio, started it over, and I absolutely adored it. I am so sad it's over, but I'm so happy for my girl Kiki and the one and only Malachi Corriday. Bolu Babalola, you don't miss. Thank you so much for writing this. Oh my gosh. This is like I just can't stop smiling about it because it makes me so happy. Oh, and there's a sequel and sequels normally don't do good, so whatever. Amazing. 5 out of 5 stars. Okay. Thank you. Bolu Babalola. I will read anything she writes. Okay. Now, I did go to Barnes yesterday, like I mentioned, and I did get some books. The one and only Tiffany D. Jackson was what I went in there for. Let me move my Kindle. But I came out with 4 books, even though I went for Tiffany D. Jackson's The Scammer. Look at how adorable, how cute she is. If you don't know, Tiffany D. Jackson, The Scammer. I'm sorry, I just heard something very strange. But okay, anyway. I'm going to read the synopsis for it. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this. Pink cover. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. Jordan Monroe is finally free. Out from under her overprotective parents, Jordan is ready to kill it in pre-law at a prestigious, historically black university in Washington, D.C. Capitol parties and student government better watch their backs. And she's not the only one. When her roommate's brother is released from prison, the last thing Jordan expects is to come home and find the ex-convict on their dorm room sofa. But Devontae needs a place to stay while he gets back on his feet. And how could she say no to one of her new best friends? That's all I'm going to read because I want to go into this blind. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. This will probably be my next read. Just so I make sure I don't go in a slump after Sweet Heat. It made me so happy. But the other books that I got from Barnes, the first one being Heartsick by Christina Forrest. This book was out early, actually, because I went to Barnes on Monday and Tuesday, and Monday this book was out. And I was going to get it, but I just waited because, of course, I was in there for Tiffany D. Jackson. And they was like, yeah, no, we can't put it out until tomorrow, so we're not going to do it. And whatever. So I went back on Tuesday, got it, and ended up grabbing 3 extra books. But I'm happy because I do adore Christina Forrest. I read The Neighbor Favor, that series. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's The Green Sisters, actually. Yeah, The Green Sisters series. And I read another one of her books, Zyla and Kai. I love that one. That one was good. But this book is specifically about high school senior Margaret Whitman is an intern at Healing Hearts Incorporated, the company that created the innovative pill that can erase a person's heartbreak overnight. Every weekend, Margaret witnesses patients get cured of their broken hearts. Meanwhile, she's nursing a heartbreak of her own. With college on the horizon and their futures taking them in different directions, she and her ex, Isaac, recently called it quits. Margot, what is her name? Margaret has thought about taking a pill, but erasing her love for Isaac doesn't feel right. However, her heart breaks all over again when Isaac shows up to the Healing Heart Center, presumably seeking a pill to stop loving her. Sounds interesting. And finally, the other books that I grabbed from Barnes was the rest of the Dubelle series. I know I made a short earlier in the month that I had grabbed these from the library, and then I listened to them on audio. Absolutely adored them. I think Aphrodite was my favorite sister, but I loved all of these. Super amazing stories, beautifully written. Highly recommend. And I know a lot of people compare this to the Davenports, but I love the Davenports, so don't be doing my girls bad, okay? The Davenports was good, but the Davenports was literally like YA, I believe. And these are not. And they're different time frames, I believe. I'm not really sure, but read both of them, both series. They're both worth it. These were just trophies for my shelf because I did check these out from the library and listen to the audio also. But yeah, lately my books have been hitting. Oh, I'm so excited. Sweet Heat literally made me feel so good while I was reading it. I just took my time with it, and it was so amazing. I can't stop like raving about it or thinking about it because it's so good. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, let me know by leaving me a comment. And I will see you in the next vlog. Peace.